Senator Leyonhjelm.
Thank you, Madam Acting Deputy President. Today I'd like to say thank you for riding a motorbike. In fact, motorcyclists should take a bow. The more people ride motorbikes, the more the rest of the community benefits, and I am pleased to say that motorcycling is enjoying a sustained surge in popularity. Older people and women are now more likely to become motorcyclists, and there is a broader range of motorcycles available, from lower-powered scooters to large touring bikes. In most Australian states, motorbike registration has outstripped car registration on a percentage basis in the last 5 years, growing nationally by 25%. In my state, New South Wales, motorcycle registrations have enjoyed a 60% increase. But this growing popularity is largely in spite of state and federal government policies, not because of them. People ride motorbikes to commute, for touring and for trail riding. Motorcycling offers affordable mobility, avoiding traffic snarls, stress relief and the personal freedom of touring. Then there's the pleasure of just riding. Riding a bike anywhere is worth it. Motorcycling also offers social interaction with others, an enjoyable leisure activity, and the means to share an activity with like-minded friends. For many, the thrill of participating in or being a spectator to motorcycle racing adds further value to their lifestyle. A motorbike is more capable of negotiating heavy traffic than other vehicles, with trip times up to a third less than cars. But why do motorcyclists deserve to be thanked? Because motorcycling in our cities significantly eases congestion on the road and also with parking. This is beneficial to other road users. Motorcycles use less fuel, produce fewer emissions and cause less road wear than other vehicles. Up to 5 motorbikes can occupy the same parking space as a single car. Another reason is that motorcycle touring is a boon to our regional economy. The average motorcyclist spends $120 to $140 per night in regional towns, compared to an average $18 spent by grey nomads. I am among those who deserve to be thanked. I have been riding motorbikes for 40 years. It is a part of my life and gives me great enjoyment. My current bike is a recently acquired BMW S1000R, a 1000cc rocket ship. Living in Australia's biggest city, I particularly like being able to weave my way through the traffic, and in the process I use less fuel, take up less space on the road, share parking spaces with other bikes and cause less wear and tear on the roads. Given all that, you might think that planning for and encouragement of motorcycling would be high on the agenda of road planners and traffic authorities. You would be wrong. Not only are motorcycle riders invisible to many car drivers, they are also invisible to policymakers. In the 173-page Road Safety Strategy Review, just 2 pages are devoted to motorcycling issues. Even though motorbike use in the Melbourne CBD increased 73% between 2006 and 2014, and there are now over 750,000 motorcycles registered nationally, they are ignored in road safety planning. And when authorities actually pay attention to motorcyclists, they typically begin from the wrong starting point. Instead of encouraging and enhancing the growing trend towards motorcycling, the policymaker mindset is stuck in prohibition and regulation in an attempt to control and curtail motorcycling. Because the consequences of accidents are more serious for motorcyclists, the authorities consider motorcyclists feeble-minded and in need of saving from themselves. It is well known that doctors and nurses in hospital emergency departments refer to us motorcyclists as organ donors. They and others who also never ride a motorcycle feel entitled to impose restrictions and constraints on motorcycling. And yet, motorcyclists know the risks that flow from having an accident. We are adults, we have minds of our own, and we accept those risks. Ask any one of us. A better attitude to motorcycling, with a more constructive approach by policymakers, would translate into broader recognition and acceptance by the public of the benefits to all road users from motorcycling. The do-gooders and nanny-staters should back off. We encourage the use of public transport as an alternative to commuting by car. We should also acknowledge that motorcycling is a viable means of easing traffic congestion. It is not a nuisance. Road rules and parking provisions should facilitate motorcycling, not inhibit it. The National Road Safety Strategy should do likewise. The Transport and Infrastructure Council, chaired by the Minister for Infrastructure, is the peak road safety policy forum in the country. I urge the Minister to get motorcycling on the agenda for the sake of all road users in Australia. And it is high time that police, engineers and road safety experts stopped making life hard for motorcyclists. The 750,000 Australians who choose to ride a motorbike deserve better.